After beating Tottenham and Astana FC in the Europa Conference League and the Premier League respectively, Chelsea will be facing Thomas Frank's boys in a West London derby. So this Sunday, Chelsea will take on Brentford FC at the Stamford Bridge. Obviously, it's going to be a very, very tough game because in the last 4 Premier League matches at Brentford, we hasn't had a win. And this is going to be a very, very tough match. Brentford is sitting 9th place in the league at the moment. They are currently in their last 5 matches, they have won 3 and drew 1 and lost 1. While Chelsea, in our last 5 matches, we have been unbeaten in our last 5 Premier League matches actually. And we have only drew 1, I think was against Arsenal. Yeah. So are we going to make it 5 wins in a row this weekend, taking on Brentford side? You get me? Which is going to be a very, very tough fixture. It's a derby. It's a derby, and when derby comes, our ball recently, so far so good in derbies, especially London derbies. We haven't lost in a London derby this season. We have beaten West Ham United. We have beaten Tottenham. We drew against Arsenal. And I'm expecting pretty much the same thing. But it's going to be a very, very tough match, given the kind of football Brentford played. Them losing their target man, Ivan Toney. It didn't really change much in their team because currently Brentford is sitting 9th place in the league. But one thing that we have to our advantage is that Brentford has a very, very, very terrible away record, racking just 1 point in their 7 away games, and they are sitting 19 in their away table. You get me? They are sitting 19. They have the worst away record in the Premier League. They have the worst. They have only picked up 1 point. Whereas Chelsea, we have the best away record in the Premier League. Actually, we are sitting first in the league, behind Liverpool. You get me? But our home record is not really, really that good. In our home form, we have picked up 12 points from the possible 21. So we are not really, really, really good at home. And you can give context that we have played likes of Arsenal at home, Man City at home as well. And we dropped some points earlier in the earlier part of the season against Crystal Palace, which we drew. You get me? But one thing I think we haven't lost at home this season, which is very, 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 very good. And I'm expecting us to go do our magic against Brentford. But it's not going to be easy. In the last 10 competitions, they have won 5 and they have lost 3. They have drew 2. And they're one of the best scoring team in the Premier League. They are the second best scoring team in the Premier League, joint with Tottenham. They have scored 31 goals. You get me? Obviously, we are the first. We are the first. The best scoring team in the Premier League. We are the first. But in as much as they have scored 31 goals, they have a very, very awful defense record. I think they are one of the top 3, top 5 teams that has conceded the most goals. They have scored 31 goals and they have conceded 21. You get me? And I haven't really watched Brentford, but I think initially last season when I saw them when we played against them, they're a team that relatively sat more back, low block and hit us at the counter, and that is how they won us last season at the Stamford Bridge. The first leg, the second leg, which was I think was 2-2. Yeah, was 2-2. In as much as I am confident that we are going to win this match, but the past record against Brentford United since 2022, we haven't won them. Since 2022, that was the last time we won Brentford. I think that was under Thomas Tuchel. You get me? But I'm expecting us to go do some magic actually. You get me? And let's talk about their strikers, Wiese and Mbeumo. They have scored 18 goals between both of them. 58% of Brentford's 31 goals in the league this season. You get me? And like I said, they lost their main man Ivan Toney, which we are expecting them to drop, but man, that team didn't drop. They are firing. They are really, really, really firing. They are really, really, really firing. You get me? Yeah, I've been on a very, very good form. We know the history between us and Brentford. This is a match we should be winning. Like I said, apart from Aston Villa, I think we should be winning from now till January when we meet Manchester City. This is not going to be an easy game, obviously, because it's going to be one thing we have to our advantage is that we are going to be playing at home. It's going to be one of the cold nights in London. You get me? But one thing we have on our side is that we'll be playing at home. That will be our greatest advantage. And given that our players rested. Most of our players didn't travel to Astana FC to Kavastan to play Astana FC. You get me? And Pedro Neto will not be available for this Brentford game because I think he has accumulated 5 yellow cards and he's going to miss this match. You saw him play against Astana, so he will not play this match. And likes of Mudrik and Joao Felix, I don't think they will be available. They were left out because of illness. I love, but obviously, while I'm recording this video, there have been no press conferences, there have been no news, no team news and stuff like that. I think apart from Felix being out, James obviously, Wesley Fofana, all these players, Wesley Fofana and James will be returning in the early part of the season. You get me? But I think all of our players will be available. I think everybody else will be available. One thing is that Brentford, their record against the big team this season hasn't been good because they lost to Manchester United, they lost to Aston Villa, they lost to Liverpool, and they lost to City as well. You get me? And Chelsea, we have been firing. We have been in our last 10 games, we have won 7, drew 2, and lost only 1. You get me? And like I said, we should be winning till January. And if we are going to make the top 4, because Enzo Maresca said that we are not in a title race. If you are going to make the top 4, I think we should. These are games we should be picking up the 3 points, racking it up. Obviously, the gap in the Premier League has, the gap has been slimmed down a little bit. You could say that Liverpool have an outstanding game against Everton, but we know when it comes to the Merseyside derby, it's not going to be an easy match because those two teams, they don't like each other, and Everton was the team where Liverpool disaster season started, where they started bottling the league. It was with Everton. You get me? And they'll be playing Fulham, which Fulham drew against Arsenal. I'm just hoping the points slims down a little bit more, but they are obviously going to beat Fulham. But we are 2 points above Arsenal, who will be facing Everton. Actually, they're going to win Everton. Everton is and Arsenal is at home, and Arsenal has a very, very good home record, so they are going to win Everton. And I'm expecting us to pick up the points in this game, so we could keep topping Arsenal in the league. You get me? But I think this is all for now. So let's get to my starting 11 for the game, and I'll give you my scoreline prediction at the end. On the screen here is my starting 11 for the game. Robert Sanchez can go. Robert Sanchez. I think with the way Jorgensen is going, I think Robert Sanchez has been cheap at his back. In the last match actually, against Aston Villa, he was all right. Against Tottenham, no, nothing to write home about. But I don't know how he's going to keep Wiese and Buemo quiet, because those two guys, shit, man, they have been very, very good. They have been very, very good this season. So, and you all know my thoughts about Sanchez. I think he's a fraud. I think he should not be starting for Chelsea. I think if we're a serious team, I don't know why Sanchez is our goalkeeper. If we are a serious team, no serious team in this world, we have Sanchez as a goalkeeper. But Enzo Maresca knows the best. And 2 centre back, Benoit Badiashile and Levi Colwill. We saw Benoit Badiashile play there against Tottenham, and obviously Tosin Adrabayo is obviously not starting this game. He's obviously not starting because they traveled to Astana FC unless an injury occurred or anything like that. But apart from that, Tosin is not starting this game. So Benoit Badiashile looks like he looked good. I think he looked good. He looked a little bit shaky against Tottenham, but I think generally he looked good. He looked good, and he played well against which match did he play? He has been playing well this season, apart from Newcastle though. And against Tottenham, he grew into the game. I would love to see him get more minutes. You get me? And Levi Colwill, who I think has been very good. I don't know what a lot of people have been saying. A lot of people have different opinion about him, but I think this season, I think he's growing into that kind of player we want to see. You get me? He's a very, very young player. He's going to make mistakes and he's going to grow. But I think in the last few matches, he has been good. He has been solid, especially against Tottenham. He was all right. And the right back row, Malo Gusto, who we saw against Tottenham, he came in Was absolutely a game changer. He was really a game changer. I think he assisted one goal in that match. Was very good. I would love to see him start. But actually, this season I haven't really been convinced. I haven't really been sold on Malo Gusto. He's not like last season when James was out. I was like, yeah, we are not missing James, but I'm not getting the same feeling now with Malo Gusto. And on the left hand side, we have the best left back in the league right now, Marc Cucurella. You can even say he's the best in the world right now. Man, I see him sleeping, which we blame on Puma. Blames on Puma. Puma blames on you. Man, was that sleeping against Tottenham? I think this season so far so good. He has been very good. One of our best. I think he's one of our most important players. Defensively, he's there. Attacking is equally there. He assisted Jadon Sancho's first goal against Tottenham. Very good. Generally, has played well this season. I think he should be one of the first name in the lineup. He should be one of the first name in the lineup, obviously. And my two pivot. This is where I have a little bit of headache. Playing Romeo Lavia or playing Moses Caicedo. We have to just see what Enzo Maresca will do with this, because this is going to be a very tricky one. Because in as much as Enzo Fernandez hasn't been defensively sound, Brentford this season has been playing a very exciting football, you get me, and their presses, you get me, and maybe we might need a little bit of defensive resilience in this midfield. That is, maybe we might see someone like Romeo Lavia start, but I think with the form that Enzo Fernandez has been on, and he being the captain, the assistant captain since Rich James is injured, I think I see him starting this game. In our last game, since Noah has been on form, I made a video talking about him. Go check it out, actually. And I think he starts with Caicedo. And at the number 10 row, we have Kopama. Like, man, crazy, man. I should not be talking about this guy. What do I have to say about Kopama that I haven't said, or you don't know, or I don't know? We all know his qualities. We know what he offers to this team. If Kopama turns up, you know what's going to happen. And that is one of the reasons I would like Enzo Fernandez. So when they try to mark him out of the game, they basically free up Enzo Fernandez to do the attacking work. We have seen him against Aston Villa when they tried to mark Kopama out of the game. Enzo Fernandez took the whole space, ran the match, man of the match performance. Against Tottenham, a similar thing wanted to occur. Enzo Fernandez turned up. So with Enzo Fernandez and Kopama, I think it's kind of they complement each other, and it frees up Kopama to enjoy his game and be closer to the post. You get me? And the left winger is Noni Madueke. Pedro Neto will not be available, so obviously Noni Madueke starts. That's a no-brainer. It has been good. And I think, like I said, I want to see Noni Madueke in this match. He plays very good when there's a chip on his shoulder. The coach recently called him out, said that his concentration drops or something like that, or he hasn't been training well, or I think he's getting comfortable. Obviously, in the last matches, a lot of people have been calling for him to sit on the bench. But I think apart from Tottenham, in our last two matches against Aston Villa, he came in, he assisted. Against Southampton, he scored and he assisted as well. And the coach is just trying to tell him to you have to sit up. This is Chelsea FC. If you're going to be that top class level player, you should not be losing concentration. You should score more and stuff like that. So I see Noni Madueke is definitely starting this game, and I would love to see him. I think we are going to see the Wolves, Noni Madueke against Wolves. We are going to see Noni Madueke against Wolves, definitely. So the left hand side, absolutely, Jadon Sancho, the London boy. You all know my love for this player. When we signed him, I was buzzing. I was happy. At first I was like, do we really need him? Do we really need him? But for 20 million, 25 million, thank you to Manchester United. I see him starting. But I'm with him in this game. One of our best creators this season. His ball retention is crazy. Yeah, if he turns up, it's finished for Brentford. And the number 9, we saw the man that almost cried when he was substituted in our last match against Tottenham. Passion, Nicholas Jackson. See, this guy is an elite mentality striker. Like his mentality is, bro. I love this player. When I say, see, I've said it time and time out. Nicholas Jackson is one of the best strikers in the league. Top 5. And he's not 5th, he's not 4th. Apart from Haaland, I don't really see any striker that's better than him in the Premier League right now. Bring up your stats. Apart from Haaland, no number 9 is better than him in the Premier League right now. You get me? And we have seen him. He has been on form. And I think he was pissed off when he was subbed against Tottenham. I think he's coming. Brentford. You don't know Jackson. Jackson always turns up in London derbies. He always turns up in London derbies. He loves derbies. You get me? So this is my lineup. Tell me what you think. I should change or stuff like that. But yeah. So my scoreline prediction. I think we are going to concede. Sanchez. Yeah, Sanchez is there. I think I'll go with a 4-2. 4-2. We concede 2. The Jackson scores, Kopama scores, Enzo Fernandez assist or scored. On the Madueke is definitely getting a goal, 1 or 2 goals. I don't really know. So that's all for now. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.